Hello everybody, this is Kevin again. I know it's been a while since I uploaded the last video, but later about that, probably later on. But for now on, let's take a look at the 124 scale Audi RA V10 Plus by Maisto. I already opened all the opening parts. We have doors and the engine bay. And let's go to the front end, shall we? That's the first part. Okay, so the front end of the Audi RA V10 is really sharp, and the one that we have on Maisto actually does a very good job. The front end looks very sharp, and the color these reds, absolutely rich and gorgeous. Has some Maisto flake to it, so it looks very vivid, very rich color. Unfortunately, in the real car we have a Quattro badge there, but they didn't make it out. But they still molded a black line, so you can use his own silver marker and put that silver bits there just to represent the Quattro badge. But that thing aside, there's no peg inside the headlight, and the headlight's very detailed and it's all chromed up. So if you really want to make the headlight look shiny, what you can do here is put the lights underneath there and trying to make it look better. But overall, the front end of these cars looks absolutely fantastic. Let's shut the door here so you can see what the side looks like. Okay, so the side looks very good. It's very flush. All the panels looks quite nice. And because we don't have opening front, so there's no shut line between the front trunk and the arches. And in terms of rims, we'll have gloss black Audi rims, which looks very nice. And we also have a carbon fiber texture rear view mirror with a V10 badge on the side. And we also have carbon fiber side blades. It's the same carbon fiber plastic they use in the rear view mirror. If I can, nope. All right, there you go. There's a rear view mirror there. So let's take a look at the back. In the back, you guys can probably notice that I put the silver marker on the edge of the light, because I believe that's what the real car should looks like. But on Maisto here, there's nothing there. It's just a red plastic. And there's no peg to the rear light, which is quite nice. But there's not much in depth to the rear light. You can see the patterns, but it's not very clear. And also, as a V10 Plus, we have a carbon fiber spoiler, which looks very carbon-ish. So yeah, they have R8. Audi badge, and yes, the exhaust is kind of diecast body. It's a one body. It's not a metal. It's not a plastic, so that's quite nice. Let's take a look at the engine bay, shall we? So, as you can see here, we have carbon fiber surround at the engine bay. We have V10 here, fuel filler cups. I think that's for oil or washer fluid. And we have nice Audi V10 silver engine cover on top with a cross member X. And we also have these mesh that's quite authentic actually. One thing that worth mentioning is that you can see through there is a plastic. You can see through there to the interior. That's quite nice and realistic. Let's close this plastic part. Is very flimsy. Just make sure you don't open it too violently. So that's the door. The door itself is very hard to open. It requires some effort. So inside the interior, we can see. Oh, my camera's not working on. Okay, we can see the steering wheel, which is nicely painted with Audi badge, and the sticker for the gauge cluster. In terms of what I did for this interior, the silver pedals for the throttle, brakes, and where your footwell can rest. That's painted by me. The gear sticks has silver lining on top. That's also done by me. Normally it comes with basically black interior, which is quite a shame. Seems Maisto just ran out all their budgets. Yeah, and you can see the starter button. Basically everything is molded there, but they just didn't put the paint on. So what you can do is that you can paint yourself if you want to, like what I did here. So you can see the iDrive. No, that's Audi drive selection button. Toggles on there. Anyway. And the angles of the door that can be opened actually is quite small. Probably just for the cost saving measure. But let's close the door. Okay, so in here we have a Audi RA badge for the fuel to come in. That's the fuel filler cap with Audi R8. It's not very highly detailed, but you can see it's something there, of course. So to sum up this car, oh by the way, it doesn't have calipers or brakes. It's just a nice looking wheel. That's it. So back to the car itself. This car, I think it costs about £20 or £17 if you buy it from UK. And basically this car looks nice, but if you want to have a glass black wheel, you have to buy a Maisto assembly line kit. It's a kit. It's not a complete model. It's come in parts and you have to assemble it yourself. On that option you have a glass black wheels or a silver wheels, and I go for the glass black wheel. That's one of the reasons why I bought this instead of the already made 124 scale Audi RA V10 Plus. In the already made color, they have red with silver wheel, blue with silver wheel, red with silver wheel. But if you want a glass black wheel, assembly kit is the only option you can have. And by the way, you can see the shot line of the door is quite nice, but it's depending on how tight the trim pieces stick with the door. If you didn't clamp it very hard, it will have a very nasty gap there. So you have to make sure you just clamp them very hard. Other than that, this car looks absolutely fantastic. If anybody wants it, if anybody still hesitated whether you should get this one or not, definitely go for it, because the car says itself, isn't it? Alright, until then, see you guys next time. Bye.